everyone, and today I will be reviewing If You Have Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, one of my top favorite contemporaries. In another book might take its place as I read more contemporaries, but right now, this is the top. This review will be spoiler free. I'm just going to go over the plot and then just a few things, like vague things about the characters that won't give too much away. That's how I'm going to do this review. So, Finney and Autumn have been best friends since they were born. Their mothers were best friends in high school, and as they got older, they stayed really close, and Finney and Autumn were even born in the same month, and their mothers decided, hey, let's live together, so they grew up in a house next to each other, as any love story really is like, especially when it's kind of one of those stories where the two characters grew up together and fell in love. But this is kind of like a different kind of turn on that. And so throughout middle school, throughout elementary school, middle school, and all that, they were still they were best as friends and all that. But at the beginning of high school, they sort of grew apart. Autumn kind of grew towards the alternative side. Finney was a popular athlete. And so, yeah, they're two different kind of people in the high school world. And so they didn't really talk to each other as much. And when they were forced to socialize during their family meals, which they called them when both their moms, not really Autumn's dad, but both their moms and them have dinner together, because, you know, they grew up together, so they're technically family. They didn't really exchange much words, and at the beginning, the end is revealed. You know how the story ends, and I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but it's just, this whole book throughout high school is Autumn just going through and thoughts and telling us her story of when they grew apart and what happened throughout high school that led to the end. Would that thing actually had happened if he had been with her, if they had been together and friends and even a couple throughout high school? In knowing what happens at the end, when you grow attached to these characters, especially the two main characters, your heart just breaks when you realize how the stories could end, and it's just a depressing book. It's one of those good depressing contemporaries if you like those. I mean, I like to read those every once in a while because whenever I think of contemporaries, I think of mostly depressing stuff. Autumn, like, her little quirks, she comes off a little pretentious from, like, how she tells her story about growing up and all that, and then with her style and her tiaras and her love for poetry, because she's a writer and all that, which I could actually relate to her, because, you know, I'm a writer too. And then Finney, like I said, he's athletic, he's a soccer player, and Autumn's parents are together but having marriage problems, and her mom has depression, and her mom's depression kind of rubs off on Autumn because Autumn has seasonal depression. And then Finney, his parents are not even together. He doesn't really have a close relationship to his dad, since his dad was never really in life, since his parents' relationship was just kind of like a one-time thing. So his dad just sends him really expensive gifts that Finney thinks nothing of, because of course they don't have a relationship, any kind of connection at all. So that's the two main characters, and like the more, like, the characters that we know really more, that are more developed than any of the other characters, because Autumn's friends, they're kind of flat, and especially Autumn's boyfriend, because Jamie, I mean, their relationship is just kind of vague. This character is, like, he seems like a really nice guy, but just between Autumn's and Jamie's conversations, just something seems off about him that I never really liked. And I rate this book a 4.5 stars because, I mean, the story could have been more developed and the characters could have been more developed. The secondary characters instead of Autumn and Finney, because they're really developed characters and well-rounded characters. That's my only complaint, and I don't really give 5 stars that easily. Even my most favorite books, I don't really give 5 stars. So that's my rating. You should all read this. It should be talked about more in BookTube, and here I am. I think this is the only book review, really, just to give you, like, what it's about, so you guys can go read it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. You should all read If You Have Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, if you like depressing reads. If not, still give it a try. If you don't like it, that's okay, but because I love it. And if you do love it, that's great. And if you read it before, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? stuff like that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in my episode 2 of Author's Note, which I have to still film, but I've been busy, so I think I might film this weekend. So yeah, bye!